Welcome to the Gondel Slam podcast. Let's talk about what happens on this special day in Meierhofen.
We are one. Oh, we are.
Daniel, welcome to the studio. Congratulations on a fantastic event. You managed to pull it together in such a short space of time. Of course, we're talking about the Gondel Slam. How was it? Tell us all about it.
Gina, thanks for inviting me again to the podcast studio. First of all, thank you to you and to all the Gastro staff helping out and making this dream for us, for Meierhofen, and for everybody who was involved as one of the biggest, nicest harmony events I have ever been by myself, for sure.
Mm-hmm. It really was fantastic, and I just can't believe you managed to pull all that together at quite short notice, to be honest. You got all those fantastic speakers, and it was just a really, really good vibe during the day. So, yeah, how are you feeling now after the event?
I'm very good. I mean, was very excited. I had no time, Gina. We said we're going to meet each other sometimes on this day, but we didn't because I was totally blocked with us. Can you imagine? 34 gondel slots, and the people were going in out from over 9 hours live stream, and it was like, it's something different if you're on live stream. There's have to be everything on point. And that's my question now on you. How was the feeling from your side? You have been down in the green. You have been down in the car for podcasting, and you saw the atmosphere. Let me ask you, how did you brief this event and this situation?
It was fantastic, actually. So you guys were up in the gondola, and I was down in the glorified taxi cab with my little studio that I'd set up. And we're going to play some interviews from the day as well in this podcast so that people get the best bits of that. But yeah, it was fantastic. Just walking in on the left-hand side, obviously you got the Bienenhausel with Georg, and they were all really busy. Lots of people coming in and out. And then you go through the grassed area. You see the stage on the right-hand side where the DJs were playing. And at the end, it was fantastic when you came out and everyone was on the stage together. And yeah, you were like walking through with the good atmosphere and lots of food trucks. And we had the sponsors there, the gin sponsor. What was the name of the gin sponsor again?
Oh, well, Siegfried. Siegfried is, I have to tell you, he has one of the best gins ever. He comes from Germany. And what I prefer so much on Siegfried gin is they have the first non-alcoholic gin.
Yes, I tried it.
I have a bottle for you.
Thank you.
Because you stopped drinking for over 1 year.
That's right,
Respect, because sometimes it's the best medicine is don't drink.
Yeah, so I actually got to try the gin, so I was really stoked. So yeah, really enjoyed that. We had Red Bull there. We had Krone Hit Radio. It was, the vibe was good. The sun came out. It was fantastic.
And there was the good thing that everybody was there, like Meierhofen, the families. It was like a Sunday, so everybody had time to watch. At the same time, we had Zillertal TV. We just get the live stream on Zillertal TV. So in every house of Meierhofen in Zillertal, they were watching, and a lot of people told me when we started watching it, we couldn't stop. We took our tablets everywhere we went, to ironing, to the kitchen. Even they told me they took it to the toilet because they couldn't stop watching, and that was amazing.
That's great news. So yeah, you had so many different speakers in, and with the live stream, people had the ability to actually interact, didn't they? They had the chance to ask questions. Did you get many questions in?
A lot of questions, and a lot of people get the interaction for ideas, and we get over 2,000 people writing in there.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And they also can vote which topic was the best, which speaker was the best. So at the after, we had a nice view report about which content were the most views and the highest point. And we had over 9 hours. We had a lot of media control there. We had a lot of TV, newspapers here. They were writing about this first unique event. And it's unique. It was first. And I think everybody was so happy and proud to be part of it. And
for
to
sure.
be in the gondel.
In case anyone who's listening didn't hear about it till now, in case this is the first time they're hearing about it, you had the gondola going up and down all day, turned it into a living room / studio, and you had many different speakers coming in to talk about lots of different subjects. So give us a little glimpse of what who you had in there during the day and what they were talking about.
So in this area you have been, there was a lot of fun for all the people. It was free entrance, so everybody could come and enjoy. And how you also recognized there was a big stage with entertainment, and there was also a big screen, a video wall, so you could watch. Did you watch by the TVs, or did you watch the stream over the...
There was the big screen next to the stage, so you could see on the screen what was going on in the gondola, and then you put the headphones on and you could hear.
Was it a good idea with the headphones, or would you prefer to make it open, that you have the interviews at the whole Bienenhäusl the whole day, or was it a good...
I think it was good how it was. I think then you had the option, because obviously Krone Hit Radio had a DJ on all day, so you could either listen to that was going on, or you could watch what was actually going on in the gondola. There were so many things going on. I think it was just a fantastic idea to have that screen with the headphones, so you could listen individually should you want to.
And for sure on the 16th of October in the Alps, God was with us, because he sent us a blue sky, warm weather,
how did that
sunny
happen?
feelings, and sometimes you know how important the nice weather is for the vibes. And for sure in the gondola it doesn't matter, because the gondola goes up and down. It doesn't matter which weather, but it doesn't matter which weather. But for this first time, it was like brilliant pictures going out in the whole world. You know, we had a lot of press there, PR, for this unique event, because nobody can imagine what happens there. And I told them, listen, if you have a long time to talk, you use the long time. But if somebody tells you you only have 5, 6, 7 minutes for your topic, for your meaning, for all the stuff you want to give out, you have to concentrate, you have to focus, and then just let us know. And that was the show.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, so each speaker kind of had like the 10 minutes going up, 10 minutes going down, something like that, to get all their content out. And I think that made it more kind of interesting as well, because sometimes when people talk, they can kind of go on. So they had to really get that content down to exactly their message that they wanted to share. And I think that was a really good way of getting points across and getting subjects touched on as quick as possible, and getting so many of those throughout the day. So yeah, well done.
We're gonna bring out, Gina, only the gondolas, each by each. So you have a lot of different topics about the partnership, about work, about trendy tips, about livable living and working in Meierhofen, about services, about employers, entrepreneur. So all this kind of different gondolas will come out each by each.
Yeah.
And because we have a lot of content, because it's the show on the day was the one thing, but now to get some solutions out of this should be now important for us to work on this project, to make our world, our way to live and to be together, to work together better. That's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point, you know.
Yeah. Stick with us as Daniel and I carry on with the roundup of the day. I catch up with Tony from the Yodel School about his experience in the gondola. But before that, here's some snippets from my day in the glorified taxi cab recording studio with some of the Gondel Slam staff, speakers and visitors to the event. Danny, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
How you doing? How's the bar going where you are?
I'm with the Hillinger Bar at the moment, which is a wine company. And they're sponsoring that part of the event. Yeah, I'm just going to be giving out a wine to guests and whoever's here.
Who are you excited to see today?
I'm just generally excited about the content. I think it's such a good subject to be discussing, because, you know, the last politician that was on, he was talking about home office and the future of where you're going to be working and stuff. And it's changing, isn't it?
Yeah,
the whole working mentality and how you can shape your career these days, especially with social media and stuff. It's just going in all sorts of directions. So it's nice to get a little bit of insight from the big bosses.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming in the studio.
Yeah.
And we will get this nicely edited and put it online somewhere, shall we?
Lovely. Yes.
Thanks for coming in, Danny.
Thanks.
So, welcome to the studio, in the glorified studio here today, Andy Pramstrala. How are you doing?
Oh my goodness, it's a pleasure to be here, Gina, honestly, sitting here in that cap, in that old funky English cap.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool.
The
sun is out.
The sun is out. The cows are
playing
out.
Table tennis over there. The cows are here.
Yeah.
The gondola is running.
Yeah.
So
you are part of Gastro Jam as well, who have put on the Gondel Slam today. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing today.
Well, I just dropped in the whole, in the whole program, in that whole project with Daniel and Sarah. It's the three of us The idea is from Daniel, of course. And then we thought, yeah, let's do it. Let's put it together. And this is the result right now. We are live. It's Sunday.
Yeah, it's amazing.
16 October, the moment or the day we all been waiting
Working
for.
towards, yeah. And tell us a little bit about what you want to achieve from the Gondel Slam today. What are we going to kind of get out of it?
Yeah, good question. Well, I think first of all, it's this unique location. I think there is never been a gondola rebuilt or built to a living room.
Yeah, and a
I
studio.
think not, and a studio worldwide. So this is super unique. I think this is something you need nowadays to really even get through this market, because we've seen pretty much everything, It feels like, at least even with social media, there is...
Yeah, it's such a different event itself, isn't it? No one has ever seen that before. No one has ever done an event in a gondola, let alone turned it into a studio. But the interesting thing about this is you're going to be touching on lots of different subjects today, right? So it's about the work-life balance. It's about life issues that are going on at the moment.
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
It's about new work, the future of work. How will this look in the next few years? We always talk about work-life balance. I think a lot of things have to change, and that's why we are here. And I think it's great content, a lot of great personalities. Yeah. And it's the unique location. It's these experts, and it's the topic, which all affects us. We're talking about inflation. We're talking about, the energy crisis. We have a war over there. We have pandemic. It's really affecting us. Everything is getting more expensive. We're talking about probably not able to heat our houses, or this all brings fear in your mind, and fear is not good at all for the economy, for nothing, for you, for me.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got some really interesting speakers today who are going to be talking about these issues and also trying to come up with some solutions as well. So
hopefully. We're not going to change the world, but hopefully there is some great input, good ideas, and you just pick out what you think it's good for you. And it's a beautiful day. It's
beautiful day.
It's almost feels like summer.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were super lucky.
Yeah.
So all this effort, the Lord is watching us and say, guys, you've been working so hard on it. I sent you some sun.
Exactly.
And just seeing all these people, this great area, and I hope there's a lot of people coming also today, later. We got cool live acts.
It's going to be a good day.
I think so too.
Andy, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure to have a chat with you. And I don't want to keep you too much longer because I know you're very busy today. But thank you so much for giving me a couple of minutes of your time.
For the invitation. Thank you so much, Gina.
Cheers. So, Melanie.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in today. We're here at the Gondel Slam, of course. And I was introduced to you just now. And you do a lot of work with mental health with Krone Hit Radio. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you have a podcast.
I have.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love having fellow podcasters on. So tell us a little bit about your podcast.
It's a really, really important project to me. So I started that podcast some month ago. It's all about mental health because there's a lot of stigma around it. And we were like, it's just something normal and people should treat it as such.
Yeah.
So usually when you got a headache or something's wrong, you go to the doctor and that's totally fine. And as soon as it comes to mental health or depression or anxiety, people get so nervous to talk about it and they are super shy and feel like something's wrong with them. And I was like, why,
Yeah.
I just hope that people can go into a coffee shop or whatever and just talk about it as just something normal, because that's what it is. So then at my radio station at Krone Hit, we were like, okay, there's so many people at the Krone Hit community who are suffering after the pandemic. There's a war. There's just so much happening and going on with social media. So we were like, let's just treat the topic. Let's talk about very important topics like eating disorders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So every Wednesday at night, we have that show called, in German, Ist das noch normal? Der Krone Hit Psychotalk. That's the first mental health talk show in Austria.
Wow.
Which I'm really proud to be
Is it
hosting.
really?
It
The
is.
first?
Yes.
That's incredible. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank
as
you
well.
so much.
So is that every Wednesday, you say?
Every Wednesday, starting at 10 p.m. to midnight. So it's kind of late for people who have to work the next day, but we have a podcast connected to the show.
Amazing.
It's called Ist das noch normal?
Where can people find it?
Just online on kronehit.at and on every podcast platform, Spotify, iTunes. Yeah.
Wonderful. So you've been in the gondola today. How was your experience in there today?
It was amazing. It was so much fun. I was really excited and nervous before that, like in
Really?
a good way. And then it just passed so quick, you know, you're so focused and I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun and the view is amazing. Oh my God, like the mountain, the sun is shining. So it's like the perfect day.
Yeah, we've been blessed today with the weather. In the middle of October, who would have thought the sun
Right?
came out just for this event? So yeah, very happy and very grateful for having you here today. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
And we will link to your podcast wherever this is put. We will link to you. And so yeah, thank you so much,
This was
Melanie, for coming
amazing.
in.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Felipe, welcome to the studio. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm very good. What about you?
I'm very well, thank you. A little bit hot, but you know, we've got good weather today. We can't complain. So yeah, it's been a good day
awesome
so
weather,
far.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Gondel Slam. Have you been up in the gondol already?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty high as well. But the view was wonderful.
Tell us what you're doing here. Just give us a bit of information about yourself.
Yeah, I'm working for Stangewild, Bill Hotel and Wellness Resort. I'm working in the wellness area.
Okay, and what do you do there?
I'm a bademeister.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
great. And where are you from originally?
I'm from Brazil, from the south of Brazil.
And you came here with Georgie and Eduardo's company, is that right?
Exactly. With You Work Life.
You came over to Austria from Brazil on a seasonal visa, is that right?
Yeah, it's a 6-month visa. And then after that, I can ask for an extension. And then maybe after try a 2 years visa.
Did you have any problems trying to get through that process?
No, it was pretty easy. They gave me the whole support I needed. I just had some bureaucracy as it's normal. And I needed to wait for the approval from the government. But in general, it was quite easy. No problems. I just went to the embassy in Brazil and then I gave all the documents. It was quite easy. Just a normal bureaucracy.
Okay, and why did you choose to come to Austria?
Well, actually, Austria was not my first plan. I had other plans. But then the advertisement from the company of Georg, You Work Life, showed up on Instagram. And then I thought, okay, why not trying? And then I tried. First of all, I was kind of afraid because, you know, a person trying to bring you to Austria
Yeah.
and not charging for that. And I was kind of afraid, but okay, let's try. Let's see what happens. And then I tried and things started flowing. And also I have some history because my great-grandma was Austrian. And my
wow.
great-grandpa was German, and they immigrated to Brazil. So I have some European blood.
Yeah.
And my mom spoke German with my grandfather. So I have some history. So I was like, okay, Austria. Wow, I had never thought about it before, but why not? It might be an awesome experience.
Yeah, and how has it been?
Yeah, pretty awesome. This place is, oh my God, it's unbelievable. I've heard some people from my city saying that there is a guy specifically in my city who works in a hotel. He's the owner of a hotel. He mentioned that he has traveled to many, many countries in the world, but he has never found such a beautiful place as Tyrol. So, and I agree with him because this is awesome. And I'm really curious and looking forward to see the snow.
Yeah. When did you get here?
Like 1 month and 2 weeks ago.
So just at the end of summer, you've got the snow coming soon.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're not used to that very much in Brazil. Is that right?
Not exactly. I come from the cold part, actually.
Okay.
We have kind of a light snow in some cities, but it's like a drizzle for some hours and that's all. We don't have like 1 meter deep in.
Mm-hmm.
And every Brazilian has the dream of spending Christmas in a white Christmas, you know?
Yeah. Fingers crossed for a big snowfall on Christmas week then.
Yeah, I hope so.
Do you ski or snowboard at all?
I have never tried, but I intend to. I have gone ice skating in New York, and then I want to go here as well.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And the skiing, I want to try. I'm here, so why not try?
Yeah, get involved. Excellent. Felipe, thank you so much for coming in. Is there anything else that you wanted to promote while you're in here?
No, that's okay. I just want to say, people, that if you have a dream, just go for it and don't wait until things come in front of you, because that's not going to happen. And I waited for so many years. And if you have a dream, go for it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. And
thank
have
you.
a lovely afternoon.
Thank you so much for you too.
So my name is Claudia Blackholm and I'm State Secretary for Youth in the Austrian government.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming in the studio today. It's a bit hot in here. A little bit of a different setting. But,
A little bit, but sunny side up.
Yeah, exactly, right. And we've done well with the weather today. So, everything is going well so far. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at the Gondel Slam today.
So I'm happy to be here in Tyrol today because it's a sunny day. And on the other side, we are discussing loads of topics about youth. I'm talking later on vocational training for the young generation. So it's one of my main topics as a state secretary for youth, because in Austria, it's a fact that more than 40% of the young generation do vocational training. And we are very proud of them since exactly in these weeks, the World Skills are taking place. And our Austrians who take part there succeed a lot there and come back home with loads of medals.
Oh, wow.
It's something we are very proud of, and we still have to strengthen the vocational training, especially concerning parents and their image of vocational training.
And so what kind of age group is this?
So in Austria, you can decide at the age of 15 whether you want to go to high school or do vocational training. And I think it's a good possibility to earn some money at this early age. And on the other hand, to start your professional education.
Yeah.
And a very practical education. And in my political work, I focus on better circumstances for young trainees and for the ones who do vocational training, that they can do everything after they finished their education.
Yeah. So it's about setting people up straight after school. They go into work, they're getting skills, they're learning, they're getting their certificates and their qualifications to carry on in their future.
Yeah, it's all about that. And I think in times like these where we all talk a lot about crisis, and I think it's the most important time to strengthen the young generation, to motivate them. And vocational training is one.
That's
kind
fantastic. Yeah, well, fantastic work. And I hope you have a lovely time in the gondola today. Is there anyone you're looking forward to hearing from today in the gondola?
I'm especially looking forward to meet loads of people here in Meierhofen. I think it's a great opportunity and I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. And where have you come from today?
I came from Lower Austria, from St. Pölten. Unfortunately, I must leave after after the gondola to Upper Austria.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in this very warm taxi today. It's been great to hear about the work you're doing. And good luck with it all. And good luck with your time in the gondola today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Georgie, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hello. Thank you, Gina. Doing pretty good.
Yeah. How's your day been? We're here at the Gondel Slam. Are you enjoying it?
Wow, it's been amazing. So Daniel really created an amazing event.
Yeah.
The energy between like the speakers, but also the crowd is really good. And it's the right balance between having time to have like a chat with everyone, but also find those moments and little places where you can really go deep in a conversation and exchange some ideas.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us a bit about what you do.
Well, we basically started off with a mission, basically saying we want to support Austrian companies, mainly hospitality business, to get more talented people. And as I lived abroad, especially in South America, in Brazil, we came up with that idea to bring Brazilian workforce to Austria, to bring more of that South American hospitality spirit to the Austrian business, because they have a need and a shortage of employees.
Awesome. And what's the name of your company?
You Work Live.
We've had Eduardo, we've had Deborah, and we've had Felipe in today. So we have spoken a little bit about your company. But yeah, you've got some success stories there already. Is the company growing more and more? What have you been working on recently?
Yeah, it's a very interesting business area, because what we do is basically relocating people. So I really put people from A to B, and then you have to do a whole visa process. So we have to be very accurate in finding the right person and then doing the right job and work that this person can really start to work.
Yeah.
And then we still have that whole piece about integrating them into very often a very stressful environment if it's in a high season in the peak times. So it's a very complex system and setup, but we're going through it.
Yeah.
And we are very positive that soon with the right partnerships, because that's what we do. We build partnerships with those hotels because they most likely come back more and more often, and they really start to trust more in our services and the talents that we bring.
Yeah, amazing.
So we are pretty positive for next year.
Yeah, fantastic. So you were actually in the gondola earlier, right?
Yes.
How was that experience?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm used to it. I'm a local guy, so I was not that scared as maybe some other speakers who are really a little bit afraid of the hate. But yeah, it was inspiring. I knew that 2 other hotel owners who were with me in the gondola from Stangerwild and Hotel Schwarz. And yeah, they shared some very interesting thoughts about how they want to hire people, that they look for really value-based hiring, or also in Hotel Schwarz, they look really want to give more opportunities to women. And the whole leadership team actually mainly consists of women. So that's actually the kind of companies we look for, like companies who have a vision, who have defined values, where we can really say, we can find very cool people that really fit to you, because then the success rate is just much higher.
Well, yeah, it sounds like you're doing great work at the moment. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about while you're in there, or anything you want to promote?
Well, I think what we love to do is, we of course make some money and help companies here in Austria, but what we love is really seeing those success stories. So if anyone, and it doesn't have to be just Brazilians, wants to come to Austria and wants to understand, like, how does it work? Can I come for a season for 4 or 6 months? Or can I stay for up to 2 years? We know how the processes work. The service we provide is completely free for candidates. So if someone wants to work in hospitality, in gastronomy, and ideally has that background, so has worked in it, maybe has a vocational training or studied gastronomy or hospitality, we can help them to get a job here.
Perfect.
Reach out, ask us, and if you want to realize your dream to move to Austria, we are here to help.
Awesome. Georgie, thank you so much for coming in today. It's a bit hot in here, so thank you for putting up with our little taxi sauna.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a fantastic afternoon and keep us updated with the things you're doing. Thank you
so much, Gina. Bye-bye.
Tony.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I feel great.
So you are Tony from the Yodel School, is that correct?
Yes, of course.
Tony, tell us whereabouts you're based in Austria.
I'm in nearly Selamsee.
Okay.
In Salzburg.
Right, okay.
Yes.
And you came across for the Gondel Slam, is that right?
Yes, that was one of the best events I ever saw.
Really?
Yes.
And why is that?
I don't know, because I know Daniel, Daniel Stock, and he created this idea 2 months before, and nobody would organize a event in 2 months.
Yeah,
and
of this size as well. It's pretty amazing.
he always starts where somebody ends. For him, it's the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's really from another star. He's not like a neighbor. He's from another planet.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Daniel is from another planet. But he organised this fantastic event. He did it in very short notice. Just tell us a bit about what you were doing in the gondola that day.
I was yodeling, a short yodeling session, and answer some questions.
What sort of topics did you discuss in the gondola?
We talk about marketing, and it was very interesting.
And on the way down, you were entertaining people with your yodeling, is that right?
Yes, the whole gondola was full of all the people from the event, and then we driving down, and there was 2 famous stars, Oliver Pocher and Amira Pocher was also in the gondola. And then I yodel, and everybody was clapping together, and we have a good feeling, and it was very good vibe in the gondola. It was a very great ending of the whole event.
Yeah, amazing. And how was it performing in the gondola? Was it a bit different for you? Because it's quite a different environment.
It was, great, because the gondola is very big, and you have a little bit of hull or reverb. How you say in English? Reverb?
Yeah.
It was sounds great.
And it worked well.
Yes.
Excellent. And were there other speakers that you enjoyed throughout the day?
Ellie Köstinger. She was very, I like her very much. Then Stefan Friedrich. I'm a really big fan of him. And DJ Otzi also.
Yeah.
Because he's a very powerful speaker. He gives a very much power.
Yeah.
And Daniel Stock also.
Of course.
I love to listen to Daniel Stock. He's a really acrobat in wording.
Yeah.
And he's very creative.
Yeah.
You must follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned that from working with Daniel, that he is very creative. He comes up with all the ideas, and he comes up with them very, very quickly.
Bang.
So it's unbelievable. Thank you, Tony, for coming into the studio. And is there anything else you'd like to promote while you're on?
Yeah, I produce an online course, yodeling-online.com. You can learn yodeling at home, or in your car, in your shower. It doesn't matter by any kind of weather.
Yeah.
So that's my new product.
Tony, while we've got you here, we have to hear a little bit of yodeling from you.
Now you get a very fast yodeler with a very fast tongue. I have the fastest tongue from here to Texas and back. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
That's amazing. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tony, for coming in and giving us your time today. Thank you.
I say thank you.
So in the gondola as well, obviously you had lots of different speakers, you had the moderators. Did you have some audience members in there as well?
Yeah, it was so spontaneous. At the end, we said, okay, we get some more space because the technical part was not as big as we thought in the beginning because it was always the first time. So there were always the area for about 6-8 people who can enjoy live in the gondola.
Wow.
And they were there. Were like VIP tickets where there was a very nice VIP area. And from there on, you could book your gondol with your star, with your friends. And also every speaker could take 1 or 2 person in his own gondol. So it was nice, attractive. We had also music playing down when there was the change from gondol to gondol. So it was a fantastic atmosphere. And the atmosphere in the gondol, in this living room was amazing. Because, the door closes and then what happens in the gondol stays in the gondol. And then you have 10 minutes. We said going up in the blue and going down in the green. And we have this green, wonderful couch. You can watch it on gastrochamp.com. We have all these informations there. And we also have good after movies. We have a lot of pictures done by our photographs. And what I only can say, thanks for everybody for the help. Thanks for our partners from Siegfriedchen to Almdudler Red Bull, Sparkasse, Meyerhofen Tourism Office, Mountopolis, Meyerhofen Bergbahnen. So everybody was so big involved. Also in Meyerhofen Tiroler Cola, we had Frau Franz, we had Kostner, we had Spora, who was technically. So we had a lot of partners who helped to organize, to realize this event. And therefore, I have to say thank you. And also for a lot of speakers, because a lot of speakers came for no money. They did it from the heart, because we had one magic word, and it's called "We Are One," because this should remember us in this whole world of sometimes a little bit disbalance, that if we work together, if we help together, and we sort all the things out in the world, it's the chance to go on more positive at the moment that now happen all to us.
And you've also got a track out, haven't you? We Are One.
Yeah, it's a new song.
Yeah, and you want to get that message across, that working together and solving problems together, it all helps. So. And
Gina, I think we two are looking forward for the winter season.
Yeah.
We have some new ideas for podcast in Meyerhofen, for like how you said, the Gastro podcast will start. We have my own podcast, the Gast aus 307. We have Gina, the Seasoners podcast.
That's right, yeah.
And we had the good idea to do something in German and English for Meyerhofen, because we have a lot of German speaking guests, but I think in winter especially, Meyerhofen has a lot of international people coming here for the winter season.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's for, I think we're going to make a nice show and nice information about everything happens in Meyerhofen on our podcast for the next season. Till this moment where we can say, welcome to Gondel Slam 2003.
2023.
2023. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, shit, I'm old. I'm getting old. 2023, second edition. And we already have a lot of ideas. At the same day, we had the ideas for next year, what we make better, Yeah. There are 2 gondols, so we used this time the one gondol, the right one.
You're going to try and get the second one?
And maybe going to try to get the second one.
Okay. Stocky, thank you so much for coming and joining me in Mike's Sports Bar Stube.
It's one of the oldest Stube, It's one of the oldest Stube in Zillertal. It's in this hotel, the Sigela. And maybe it will be our living room for taking some podcast during the winter season.
Thank you so much, Stocky. Thanks for coming in again.
Cool. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
We are